Like you expect in a first scrimmage, I think our ones came out and did some good things on both sides of the ball, but they didn't play a whole lot today. We purposely wanted to see what our twos, threes, and fours could do, and at times guys made plays, at times guys looked ugly. It's about what you expected. I liked our effort, but we got to get a lot better in our depth.
And the backup quarterback competition, how's that shaping out? What do you see from the guys tonight?
Well, I think Brian Burrell's continuing to improve, and he's a little bit separated himself from the other two guys. We'll go in and grade the film and see where that's at, but my impression right now is that he's ahead.
Was there a guy on either side of the ball that, without looking at the film, just kind of jumped out to you today that made an impression?
Well, I think Greg Watson made a couple of plays. He made a big catch down here on a tip ball. He made some guys miss. I like the intensity in which he plays. It's always hard to see up front who's making plays. I know our defense made it hard on our offense to run the ball today, so that's typically indicative of a defensive line physically winning at the point of attack. But when you're sitting behind the offense trying to protect the quarterback with the whistle, you don't always see what's going on up front. Colin McGuire, he's hitting the ball, but he's got to get more consistent. We got to get the whole production better. Right now, our snap and holds aren't consistent enough, and he's got to do a better job.
Did the first team offensive line get enough reps? Do you feel pretty comfortable where they're at yet, or?
Well, yeah. I mean, we got the number of reps we wanted to get with that group. Again, I'll go grade it and find out exactly who's doing what. I think we're starting to get a group to gel, but we've got to improve, especially those inside three.
And then the running back situation, did that kind of clarify itself at all today?
Well, we've got some guys that are banged up. Juice didn't go today. So Mice went, and he looked good. I thought he had a couple of really nice runs. Martez, every time he got the ball, it seemed like he didn't have much of a chance. There's two guys unblocked in his face, so it was tough on him, and they were the only two of our backs that have played that they got a shot. Jordan Brown's playing with that third group, and he did some things. But like I said, Juice was out, TJ was out, and Dontel. So we didn't probably run the ball as much as we wanted to today, but that was by design just because we have lack of numbers.
So would you say this scrimmage was a success as far as things that you wanted to accomplish?
Well, yeah, the biggest success is you get done with the scrimmage and nobody's got a major injury. I thought our like I said, our ones, I like where we're at. And it's a success when anytime you get your twos, threes, and fours, a lot of reps on tape, you can evaluate, see where those guys are. You might have on a particular play, one side of the ball, 8 or 9 guys look pretty good, 2 guys look ugly, and the play looks ugly. Well, there's still some progress with those other guys. And so, just getting, a lot of plays for those guys, especially the guys that it's their first time here. We had some guys pucker a little bit, and that's, kind of to be expected with freshmen. We just got to get them continued plays so that they start getting comfortable.
Did the format lend itself to say whether this is more of a win for the offense or the defense?
Not really. Again, our goal in this was to get some work with our starters, but really work our reserves. And on certain plays, the front's going to win, or the offensive line or the defensive line. It's an individual one-on-ones you got wins, but we didn't really worry about, hey, this is a defense versus offense scrimmage.
So where's the focus going to be at heading into this?
Well, tomorrow we're going to meet as a staff, and after we grade this today, we'll have a personnel meeting tomorrow. We may move some guys in the depth chart up and down. We may move some guys position-wise, trying to find our best 22 on each side of the ball. So next week, once we establish that tomorrow, we'll start practicing those and start trying to get a gelled unit of our top 22. So as we go into Rutgers in the season, we know the guys we got to coach.